Other people moved to cell phone games. I made it a point not to have a cell phone at that time that could play games. VeggieTales sure changed a lot. Oh yeah, Veggie Vengers. You gotta get revenge. Yeah, I knew my inventory would be full. Alright, before I milk them and everything, let's go see what I can put in the stall for sale. Clear up some inventory space. Whee! What sucks is you only got... I've already finished the Veggie Venger's tale. Casual reminder that phone games are small console games at this point. They are. I mean, now I have a cell phone that plays games. Back then I didn't. Painful. Past you would cuss you out. No, yeah. Well, honestly, I hadn't... The only reason I even had a cell phone was because I was doing a lot of conventions at the time. Anime conventions. I was hopping from anime convention to anime convention. So I had the phone so I could keep in touch with family. And, you know, then it was have my phone on me because grandma had cancer. And if something happened, I needed to be caught up on. And then I got a phone that could play games because I went to graduate school and I needed a camera because I do costume design. Well, I did costume design until the arthritis took over. And it was cheaper to get a phone that could take good quality photos than getting a camera to take the good quality photos of the costume. So that's kind of my roundabout way of getting a phone that could actually do more than be a paperweight. And hey, my old phones got some good use out of them. They became props in a theater or theater shows. I'm very proud of my old phones. They served well. Hell, one got to be turned into Jello. Cameras also got easy access galleries, so if you needed to submit assignments. 5 years, still going strong. Yep. It was just way more cost efficient getting a good phone, and I didn't go Apple. I have a Samsung. I like my Samsung. It's not dementedly haunted like the hubby's Apple phone. Motorola gang. Nice. Yeah, mine's 2023 Samsung. And like, because his phone is like so haunted, literally it picks and chooses what it wants to do, not what he wants it to do. The rest of the family went Samsung. He's the only outlier. Ba ba ba. Hey, ease out for a little bit. Not a really good amount for sales. That works. And it decent land. Phantom input, scroll down equals scroll up. No, like sometimes it says that text messaging doesn't exist, so I could be messaging him and it never tells him. It has uninstalled Messenger on him. Oh, if he's using it for directions to get somewhere, it will always take him down the creepy back alley horror movie roads. And man, the one trip it sent us on was so roller coastery up and down hill roads. I spent the whole drive spewing. Like every 10 minutes I was spewing. It was that rough of a road. For maps, there's a manual option. There is, but you know, if you're driving, if I'm with him, I'm the one who ends up using my phone because it behaves better. Oh, his also likes to take him down roads that don't exist. And at one point it wanted him to drive into the river. But yeah, his phone's haunted. So haunted. It's cursed. He can keep his cursed phone. I'll use my not cursed phone. Okay, I need seeds. Those backcountry roads that have those tight turns and make your tires hug the road. Those too. But, I mean, when you live in mountainous areas with a lot of farms, it's up, down, round, 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 up, down, down. Until, you know, you feel like you've ridden on 6 roller coasters in a row. And you're done. Your tummy is just 100% done with the ride. And there's no way to get off. Yeah, we were going to go see Jurassic World Dominion. That was the movie we were gonna go see. 'Cause we had tickets. We were going. And I spewed the whole way there. And then I spewed the whole way back. It made for the most memorable, horrible car ride of my life. And the cause is just the creepy roads. You aren't car sick or have a highway preference. I do end up having problems in moving vehicles on a regular basis, especially if I'm trying to read something. It's gotten worse since I lost my kidney, just due to where the scar tissue is. But it's been a really long time since I spewed in a car, and I have a habit of not really trying to spew.
Hi, cutie.
Mainly because when I was at basic training, I got so sick, I spewed 84 times in just a couple hours. So that was the first time in forever.
Hi, cutie.
I actually got physically sick.
Hi, cutie.
And usually the biggest issue I have is airplane, just because of the air pressure.
Hi, cutie. There. Hi, cutie.
But hey, haven't seen my movie. I mean, my streak of having seen all of the Jurassic Park movies in the theater is still going. I've seen all of them. The original 3, second 3, and even Rebirth. So I don't think Rebirth is a good movie. Well, it's a good movie, not a great movie. And the review, I liked Dominion a lot. I think it was a well-written script. I kind of liked the Jurassic World set with World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion. It was a good addition and continuation to the first ones, had enough hints of the first 3 movies to make it good, and bringing have Raiders? What is not up? Yo, Neo Bunny, welcome to the stream. I didn't even get a notification. Okay. The stream is going great. At least thus far, going great. How you doing? How was your stream? I was just giving a review of the Jurassic World Dominion and Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, so Dominion fit in well with everything. For me, Rebirth, nothing in Rebirth makes sense when put together with the rest of the Jurassic Park movies. And none of the scenes made sense. And when you look at the interviews with the director and how he was forced to not do things that he wanted to do in the movie, you can tell. It's kind of like, here's a good section, and then we're going to have a pretty cinematic, and then there's like nothing. And then a pretty cinematic, and then nothing. And then a pretty cinematic, and then nothing. It just felt like a whole bunch of clips thrown together with no filler. I'm doing alright. How are you? Stream was good. Mindless grind and Atlas, but had a pretty chatty stream. That's good. My stream is usually a lot of lurkers, which I'm perfectly alright with. And what is Atlas? Hope I'm saying that correctly. And I am fighting a cold. I always catch a cold around Halloween. Always. Every year. I've been called out. Yeah, no. I love my lurkers. You guys are like the backbone to everything in my streams. Also why that I read the pop-up bubbles. That way you guys lurking know what's going on in the game. Alright, everything's so fresh. Good. Lurkers are dope. We appreciate lurkers around here. Atlas is an action RPG designed like an MMO. That sounds like Crystal of Atlan. But the Crystal of Atlan is a MMO. I'll have to look up Atlas. I really don't do action all that much, but it sounds fun. Alright, upcoming action role-playing game developed by a solo indie developer, KissSeth, under the name KissSoft. Wait. I'll definitely look at it. 1000%. If I didn't have lurkers, I'd be in here alone. That would be sad. And I'd rather you guys do what you need to do and just have me in the background. I love that. I mean, who cares if Twitch is making it so that apparently lurkers don't count as much anymore? That's their loss. Alright, there we go. Boom. I also think my medication is starting to work. My medication is starting to kick in. Yeah, I can talk. Promise I can talk. Thinking might be a little difficult soon. Okay, at least that one went in somewhere. Wait, really? Like, if they don't chat, then their view doesn't count or something. Yeah, that's what people have been finding. That if they don't chat at least once an hour, they don't show up as your count of viewers. Which I have noticed that when I go to raid out, that they don't count in a raid. Even though they're there. I think a lot of it has to do with the things that Twitch is working on to try to lessen those creepy bots that come in and they're like, here, use this link and go and buy views and stuff, which I don't mind. I just recommend if you're gonna lurk and you want to actually count towards something, just go lurk on YouTube. Do it. I'm not allowed to tell you to go to YouTube. I'm not allowed to tell those on Twitch to change to YouTube. And who knows? You might not like YouTube. So pick what you want and continue lurking. The lurks do show up though when you get your analysis. It still works towards, like, you know, your viewers. I think your viewer hour average. I also recommend just turn off your numbers anyways. Don't pay attention to that little clicker. It's never been right. It takes like an hour for it to update if somebody's in your stream or not. But yeah, I think they've been seeing things like that on YouTube too, where viewer hours aren't adding up the way they should anymore. I don't know, I'm too small to worry about it. And I do all this for fun. Jeez. I'd be sitting here playing the game anyways. Yeah, I've gotten those bots. You can block those phrases, thankfully, but there's still an issue. The numbers aren't accurate on both YouTube and Twitch, right? So, just stream like you're streaming to 100 people. Which is why I love my lurkers. I know you guys are there. I know you care enough to turn on my channel. Ignore the numbers. I ignore the numbers. Yeah, those stupid bots. They changed the way they were doing the website, though. They made it so it was funky shapes. So it got around the block. Stupid things. But the moderation catches it still. And then I just walk that new way that they type it. Having fun is the most important thing in the end. Don't stress about it, and it's all good. 100%. What the hell is that dog? Oh my lord, the dog just sounded like a pig snorting. Typing your head so that you deviated your septum for a second. Scared me, puppy. Don't need snorting doggy. Not behind me. Not at night. You think some creepy... No, there's too many cryptids in the area I'm at that I do not need weird snorting noises. I think I had learned that recipe yet. Okay. What was I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. 3. And 3 things. Room for 3 things to make. Okay. Ah, yeah. 0. I'll get rid of that. You vinegar, right? Thought I just made vinegar. Don't have vinegar. Thought I made vinegar. Now I'm confused. Okay, I do have vinegar. Jiminy. So I can make seeds. 4. I was 1 off. Damn it! Let me get through one more sales day. Have you played other games in this series? I've heard of other Story of Series games, but farming games are kind of a hit or miss for me. I have. So I'm actually 45 years old. So I've been playing games since the Atari and farming games since the first Harvest Moon. If you don't know the history behind it, Marvelous used to work with Natsume and they made Harvest Moon. They split. Marvelous is the original creators of Harvest Moon and Natsume is the one that's continuing the Harvest Moon title. So a lot of the Story of Seasons games are remakes of the OG Harvest Moon games. For me, it's been hit or miss with the remasters and their newer titles. So Grand Bazaar is a remaster. I think it's a very well done remaster. The quality of life in it rocks. The characters, all the NPCs are interesting enough that I like talking to them. And I like the concept of improving everything on your farm for a reason and not just because, you know, you want to grow a big farm. I'd have to look up the other ones they did, which is on the ones I have on the PlayStation. This one's on PC right now. Olive Town is not a remake, and I liked Olive Town and revitalizing an island, and your goal in that one is to get more and more tourists. Let's see, what are the other ones they've done? Original Harvest Moon from 1996. I love that one. It'd be hard to play nowadays though because it, you know, was on the Game Boy and then on the Game Boy Color. Harvest Moon 64. I played Harvest Moon 2. I played Harvest Moon Back to Nature. You can actually play that on the PlayStation now. That was 1999. Game Boy Color Harvest Moon 3. Did not, because it didn't come over. Save the Farmland. Friends of Mineral Town is one that they have remastered. And I like the remaster. That one was cute. A Wonderful Life. I did not like the remaster for A Wonderful Life. Originally, it came out on the GameCube and PlayStation 2. Was one of their more memorable games, one of their more popular Harvest Moon titles. That's dope though. I've been gaming since the N64 days. Never knew that Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons were related like that. Yeah, it's... I think that's what confuses people, is when they have these new Story of Seasons game comes out, because part of the name matches and Story of Seasons doesn't. And I believe that the tie-in is in Japanese. The original game was a Story of Seasons, and then it got translated to Harvest Moon. So Marvelous kept a Story of Seasons, which is why there's 4 seasons in the game. And Natsume is releasing games under Harvest Moon. I know it had a tie-in somewhere. Story of Seasons made sense in the Japanese translations. But yeah, they're related. The other game series that is related that Marvelous does that used to be connected to Harvest Moon as well is Rune Factory. The majority of the Rune Factory games are amazing if you like a little more action in your cozy gaming. And magic. At some point they tried to say the world, they're all in the kind of the same world, which is weird. I haven't played many farming games, but they do scratch an itch I get every now and then. Coral Island is the newest one I've played, but I've played Stardew Valley, Rune Factory, if those count. Animal Crossing. Rune Factory does 100% count because it's actually Marvelous, the company who does Story of Seasons. It's the same universe, according to them. But if you want to try Story of Seasons, I would do Grand Bazaar, Olive Town. I would stick to those 2. The other ones are hit and miss. A Wonderful Life. They made it a really short, fast game, so instead of a 28 or 30-day month, you have like a 10-day month, which sucked. You don't have time to think about anything. Coral Island is an amazing cozy game. I would recommend, if you like Coral Island and Stardew Valley, try Fields of Mystria. It's going to be heavy competition for them. It's still in early access on Steam, and it's amazingly written with some great updates every time they update it. And Animal Crossing does count as a cozy. I played Animal Crossing for a while, but now I'm now I do Critter Cove instead. Ooh, both of those are on Steam. Going from 30 days to 10 is rough. Oh geez, right? Like, I played it and I was like really happy because A Wonderful Life it was in color, it was great graphics back in the day, and I was looking forward to it, and it was like your plants grow overnight. You talk to somebody and you get so much affection with them that the next time you see them, you're stuck in 3 to 4 back-to-back cutscenes that don't make sense that you're seeing them all at the same time. And I was just... my anxiety didn't like it at all. And yes, most of the Marvelous games are working towards going on PC and PlayStation. I think eventually their games are going to be on PlayStation. Grand Bazaar, they actually got into a fight with Nintendo because, you know, with the Switch 2, they wanted to do the... Nintendo wants to keep it so that you're just getting a key card and there's no actual game on the physical game that you were buying. And Marvelous was like, screw you. And they made one cartridge that has the full game on it that works on both the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. So you didn't have to buy a second game. You didn't have to buy an upgrade. It works. They also did not charge $90 for it. I think it was like $30, $40. So bravo, marvelous. And then they've had two really good hits that came out. You got Grand Bazaar, and they had the new Rune Factory come out. And both have done fairly well. I think Grand Bazaar is doing better than the Rune Factory. Nintendo being Nintendo Classic, right? Which Marvelous is not the company to piss off. The big thing people were playing the Nintendo games for is it's really good for cozy gaming. Harvest Moon has been on Nintendo since forever, and then it had a really short stint where it came out on PlayStation 2. But Harvest Moon's Rune Factories have been staples on Nintendo handheld systems. So for them to make Marvelous kind of mad could lose them one of their game series that brings people specifically to a Nintendo system. And I am perfectly happy with it, because that means I get to play this game and I don't have a Switch too. Portable consoles are great for coziness. My first Animal Crossing and Rune Factory were on the DS. Yeah, I didn't have a DS. I turned away from Nintendo after the GameCube. And I didn't have a handheld system. I went into the military. There was no reason for me to get a handheld system. Couldn't take it with me. So I stopped with the GameCube, and I was playing exclusively on PlayStation. I love my RPGs. 100%, especially JRPGs. And like back in the day, it was Nintendo was for cozy, family, fun games. Xbox was for the first-person shooters and action. And Sega was for the RPGs, and then PlayStation kind of came in and took over the RPGs when Sega did all of its bad stuff. And then Sega went to just making games, and PlayStation became the RPGs. Xbox was the shoot'ems, and Nintendo was the quantity over quality, family fun, and cozy games. And because there was more RPGs that I wanted to play than cozy games at the time, I went PlayStation 2. And then when they were having problems getting games out on time, I went Xbox 360. Specifically for Star Ocean. And now I'm back on PlayStation. I went back to the PlayStation for the PS4. And the only reason I got an Xbox One was because Phantasy Star Online 2 came back to the US finally. And it was an Xbox exclusive for a year. So I got an Xbox One just for the one game. And then a PlayStation. I like my PlayStation. The controller fits in my little tiny hand so much better. Clear skies. Okay. Wow. Brains is shutting down. You say the military. If I heard right, then thank you for your service. I love RPGs. Top 3 genres for me. I had a little of every company growing up. Xbox, Sony, Nintendo, etc. Yeah, I did Army National Guard for Alaska. So that was, I did 4 years active service, and you're welcome. So I don't think I did too terribly much. I had a cool security clearance. Great training. Broke my hip, which is pretty standard for women, but I broke my hip in a unique way. And yeah, with my brother, me, and my mom, which is why I had the game Nintendo all the way through the GameCube. My brother liked first-person shooters. I liked RPGs. He had the Xbox. I had the PlayStation. I also have the advantage of I'm the oldest grandchild. So grandma was helped. We had the Atari. We had the Apple computer back, you know, the first at-home Apple computers with games on it. Because my parents also loved technology. When the Nintendo came out, we got it right off the bat that first holiday season. So we had the Nintendo, and we got every game system as it came out, which is great. You know, you set it up, and every room could have a whole new setup with a TV. The Sega, of course, you had the Sega, and then you attached it to the Sega CD, and then you popped in the 32X for this big monstrosity of a game system. Dreamcast. PlayStation 1, back when the PlayStation 1 came out, and it did better if you put it in a freezer. And I know my brother stuck with the PlayStation for a while because you could trick it into playing burned CDs from other countries. So he was importing games, and his friend was one of those computer nerd hacker guys. He learned how to burn ROMs onto a CD, and then you could play it on the PlayStation 1. And then brother went Xbox for his Halo. I thought about getting an Xbox One exclusively for Halo 5. A service is service. I play a lot on PC, but now I do want consoles again, like my physical copies. I would hold off on the Xbox because the Halo series is getting remade and being released on PlayStation. Plus, they just raised the price of Xbox. And if you play on PC, you can still get a lot of the Xbox games on the PC. Xbox is doing weird things where they are, but they aren't, moving away from consoles. And a lot of their Xbox games can be played on PC and a console. So if you've already got a really good PC that can handle the games, you can just play Halo 5 on the Xbox on PC, most likely. Or wait and see if it comes out for the PlayStation. And we have an Xbox X. Hubby got it because it was easier to get than a PlayStation. It's sitting there next to my monitor. I think once a year I find a game that I want to play on it. Don't at me, Starlight. Because I don't remember what I'm doing in this game because my medication 100% has kicked in. And service is service. Yeah! But I know my service wasn't as basic training was. Both my parents were Vietnam vets. So to me, I don't know. I served, but not as much as hubby and the rest of the family. PS1 in the freezer, I don't think we did that. I do have Halo on Steam, but they've yet to port Halo 5 on Steam. I don't know. We had an N64, PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, GameCube, and Wii before I started buying my own stuff, plus some handhelds. Yeah, that's why I went 360, because that was the time I was buying my own systems, so I had to pick and choose, and I went with the 360 just because Star Ocean was coming out and they were having problems with... They had to keep delaying the PlayStation version of the games. Yeah, the PS1 in the freezer, it's... You know when a game system first comes out and you have some janky, bad print ones and then they re-release it with fixes? There was a couple mistakes with the PlayStation 1. You had some PlayStation 1s that ran better upside down, and other ones they would overheat because they didn't put air vents. So if you put it inside of a freezer or in a cold box, it played much better. It wouldn't burn out on you. And I think the only game system I didn't have. I never got a PlayStation 3, and I never got a Wii. I did play some PSO2 when it came to PC in the US. It was cool. I've heard the new version is not so good. The new version is actually pretty good. I have an issue with them calling it PSO2 because PSO2 came out on the GameCube. But the one that came out now, it's free. You've got the two different games. You have PSO2 1 and PSO2 new, whatever the hell they called it, NGS. I think they did a really good job on it. It's completely open world. You can go wherever you want. The mechanics are great. New Genesis, yeah! NG and then S from the sys at the end of the Genesis. It looks beautiful. The ability to alter your character is great. If you had been playing PSO2, they're same characters, and whatever works in New Genesis, you still have it. You start with all your stuff from the other game, and you can transfer between the two games with just a click of a button. I loved it. I miss actually getting a frying pan gun instead of just getting a cosmetic for a frying pan. I miss the original PSO2. But the new one's great. Especially if you have friends to play with. Because it's got world bosses and stuff like that. I like it. I have over 1,000 hours into the game. I just go through, now that I'm a streamer, I go through moods of, oh my god, I'm not streaming today. I do not want to play a game. I just want to veg. Run this stuff. And I can completely back the guys who, the company that does new PSO2. They want to do away with the console wars. So you can play with your friends. It's completely 100% cross-play. The only thing we didn't get here is overseas. It was playable on the Switch. They also got into a fight with Microsoft. Okay, that'll have to do. I have to check it out. Unfortunately, I don't have friends that play a lot of what I like, but that's okay. Same. Do enjoy the solo experience when I can't play with friends. You can do the game solo as long as you like the story and can follow along. And it's not like Final Fantasy Online, Final Fantasy 14, where you have to wait for people to do this fight. In this waiting room for forever and a day, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Which is good. It just might be a little harder on some of the bigger guys, but I rocked it solo. Cool. I think the hubby and the kids tried it for like a hot 5 seconds.
Gotcha. Yes.
Yes. Come here. Bugs, you are mine. Ba, ba, ba. Silver. No. Need silver. Did play through Final Fantasy 14 solo as I could since no friends had interest. Those forced instances were annoying at times. PSO2 NGS not having those sounds like it is like everything is pretty open, so it pops up announcements on where to go if you want to do the big fight, and you just kind of go, and then they happen and you participate and everybody shows up to participate. Yeah, I hated that about Final Fantasy 14 because sometimes you'd be sitting there for like, especially since I started way after everybody had been like into it for a while, and then you're back at some of the starter dungeons waiting for like 2-3 hours for somebody to join in and let you do it. Like at that point, just let me do it solo. Where am I going? Okay, I gotta go there. Damn it! Bag is full. Bag is full. Bag is full. Those. I'll make it to that pink before the pink disappears. Please be a heart event. I like healing support when I can, so those instances didn't take me too long to find. But when I switched to a DPS class, the waits were maybe 15 minutes at the very least. That was fun. Yeah. I don't do well as mage class healer, so it was always a long wait. Okay, brother's at home. Or you get teamed up with somebody who finds out that you guys haven't run it before and they just like dip out.
What's up? Good to see you.
Yo,
Sorry,
Derek.
kind of got my hands full. Give me a sec.
I'll eventually be able to pick between these two brothers and the prince. Hi, Jules.
Oh, I had no idea you were coming to visit.
Yo, Jules, welcome back.
Not sure Derek should be in the kitchen. Should we do something?
He works at a cafe. He wants to cook for you. He should be fine.
See, man, it'll be fine. I got this. Just relax.
Worst case scenario, we get food poisoning.
Look, I'm done cooking already, okay? Just grab a seat.
All right.
He's an older brother who does not want his younger brother to
Order
grow up.
Dig in.
Awful lot of mushrooms.
Thank you, Derek.
So, how's it taste?
This is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Derek,
Told
when
he
did you
could
learn
do
to
it.
cook like this?
He works
I've
at
actually
a
been learning from old
cafe.
Maddie on the sly.
You really have grown up.
Haha. What, you didn't think I was gonna be a kid forever, did you?
Yeah, yeah, he did.
I'll have to try not to be so overbearing from now on. I'm sorry for always nagging you, Derek. I hope you know it's because I care about you.
Nah. I'm sorry
Those were
too,
the worst
Jules.
when they dip like
for
that.
worrying you
I was,
so much.
Like telling people.
And thank
taking
you,
masks,
too.
Full mobs. Since I could handle
It's
the
plain to
healing.
see that you are a
Clear the
positive
dungeon
influence
faster.
on him.
Nice.
After all, Derek talks about you all the time lately.
Oh.
Dude, shut it. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for coming over. I'll catch you later.
Aw, this was a Derek Hart event. This is a 50-50 shot whose Hart event it was. They're not tied anymore? Ooh, Jules is slightly ahead. Nope, slightly behind. Not by much, though. Yeah, we didn't like the ones who dipped. I think the only bonus was that at that time, Hubby and our eldest were playing. So we were only really waiting for one person. The ones we liked were the ones who were like, oh, so it's your first time, let me help you through this, and walked us through what needed to happen in each of the places. Like, thank you for not being an a-hole, finding out we'd never done this before and then leaving us high and dry. Oh. Okay. I can get through the next day. I can get through the next day. I can get through the sales day. Do I have enough stamina to do the second waterings?
Cha!
I think so. Okay, no stomach. No cheesy churning. I know. My medication has kicked in. My brain cells are stopping their work. Stupid, because I even took my medication later. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. Oh, ew. Medicine taste. Nah. Never ran into people like that too often, but it did still happen. Fantasy 14's community seems overall chill, at least. They are. I think right now what's left is the long haul players, which tend to be the nicer players, and the mean ones have moved on to a new game. My problem was I have my choice between playing that game, which is going to charge me to play it, or doing something like PSO2, where the game offers me the same amount of stuff without the hassle of needing to party up with people, and it's free. For those on Twitch, if you do have a raid request, please pop it into Twitch. And I will try to catch them. If not, I will attempt to find somebody. I always try, and not always successful. And this is a new stream time for me, so... How much inventories do I have? Not a lot. Okay. Oh, I also didn't have any water. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of subscription games. Final Fantasy 14 was fun. I don't miss the monthly, yearly payments, right? And I've gotten used to. So hubby and the kids will get into a game. They'll play the game for a couple weeks and then move on to a new game. And I'm like, well, why pay that amount of money for a game that we played, we were all liking playing together, and then we stop, but you want to keep the subscription going? That makes sense. I'm like, I close the subscription. I will reactivate it if and when we ever go back to the game. Sweet, so many berries. Catch a little bug. Sorry if things I say aren't coherent. My sleepy time anxiety med kicked in. Oh, I know what I needed to do. Damn it! I have time. Do I have time? Yes, I have time to run over there. Can't glide over there, but I can glide back. Excuse me, Kevin. Coming through randos. Ouch, lamppost. Another lamppost. Past the bridge. Past the fishing dock. Up here to this yellow windmill. Yeah, that makes no sense. As soon as I was getting bored of Final Fantasy 14, I canceled my sub to it. I'm a natural saver when it comes to money. When I don't use the sub service, I cancel it. Yes! That's my whole thing. Like, great. We want to play this game. We can always start the subscription up if we ever get back to it. And then I glare at him over things like, got a game, and played it for 5 minutes? And what was it? Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. He literally wanted to play it, so I got it to play with him. We played it twice. That was the last time we played it. And because he wanted to play it on the early access day, it was the deluxe version. So I was like, okay, $100 times 3, because there was 3 of us, to play a game for 2 weekends. The math didn't math for me. Alright. Alright. When the selling starts, if I fall behind reading messages, I am so sorry. It becomes hard to read while doing
for
this.
business.
Very good. Great. Wonderful.
Ooh, here we go. Tea. Purple tea. Wrong purple tea. You want grape tea.
Cool.
Ooh, here we go. Hammer. Regular tea. There you go.
Yes.
Little rich kid walking around with $6,000.
Nice. It's in the
Wonderful.
Come on, Mr. Moneybags. What do you want?
Way cool.
All right. Last of the stuff.
How lovely.
Yeah, Mom. Sell out so I can go upgrade some stuff.
Lovely.
Great.
There's nothing that the rich people want. Another kid with about $6,000 in their pocket. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Buy these last couple things. Come on, come on. Sell out. And then I have more time to do stuff.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right, come on, sir. Come on, sir. Take the last of my seeds. Take them. Take them.
Way cool.
Yeah! Ooh. I was never that rich as a kid, right? Like, what the hell? Where are these kids getting this fundage? Alright, like this, or online games. I thought about getting Dr. Daydream, and I've seen it on a sale, but the reviews say it gets stale fast. I'm hesitant. The others are all great, though. Yeah, Fractured Daydream. It was fun, but it's just a copy paste repeat every single time. And since it's an MMO, it didn't have enough story, and I don't think they really added things. And then they had things where you had to watch the anime at the same time with one of their crossovers to get passwords or codes to unlock stuff in the game. It was crazy. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they'll get back into it. It's all good. I miss messages in my stream sometimes because I'm too distracted with what's happening in the game. 100%. My anxiety will go crazy. Especially when I'm like trying to hyper focus. And this has a lot of moving scenes. It was much better when I only had 2 tables. 3 tables is too much. I was never there original kid. Yeah. Nobody. I think my mama would slap me silly as a kid if I showed up with like $6,000 worth of golden milk. Like, what the hell does a kid need the golden milk for? Alright, we're gonna sell all these veggies this time. I'm gonna keep the fruit. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Keep those. Keep that. The trees. Honey. That definitely looked hectic. Yeah, I think my mom would have as well. Not that I ever had anywhere near money at all when I was that young. Alright, like, the most I would be given is go to the store and pick this up. Here's the money for it. Yeah, the selling days get hectic, but I'm really glad they're very short in-game days. Alright, that'll be better sales. Okay, how much money do I got? And... profile... current funds, 109. Sweet!
Welcome!
Yo, Garon! Build another barn in the northeastern area of the farm to house more animals. Let's see what my other things are.
Yes.
That's worth it.
Welcome!
Looks like this game keeps you busy at least. Animal Crossing was cool, but sometimes it just felt like it had nothing to do for stretches of days. 100%. I have had more fun in Hello Kitty Adventure Island than I did long run Animal Crossing. Like Animal Crossing right now, I'm fairly certain there are all kinds of things broken on my island. Bigger story.
Darn right. Come back. Heya.
But this is the story keeps me going
Yo.
more.
Come on back.
Okay. No.
Welcome.
Yo, Clara. Alright. I would rather get the recipes. That's one thing I like about Rune Factory. Need a break from farming? Go fight stuff and advance story. Tired of that? Go farm and make friends. 100%. I think that's why I really like this game, and I think that's why it's doing well. Where it's usually in a farming cozy game, there's no incentive to upgrade the quality of your plants and stuff. Because by the time you get the quality up, you're already past the story and, well, you're already rich by that time.
Absolutely. Come again. Yes.
For this one, it is forcing
Yes.
me to upgrade the quality of my milk, the quality of my produce,
Welcome.
the quality of my animal products, the quality of my crafting. Ooh. 9 thoughts. Ultra harvest.
I think.
New Sprite store.
Hi.
Coral Island
welcome.
feels like that a bit. It doesn't seem to try to push you in any direction. Tells you things you can do, but then just lets you go at whatever you want. Yeah. Which can work, can't work. That's kind of why I like, I would say Field of Mystria fixes it that you have constant story stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a new outfit. By the way, Bingo's brand new. They added this after the game came out. This is kind of fun. This also encourages me to do all the game stuff. Give me my rewards. I wish there was a collect all. Oh, there is. It's a Y. Damn it. All right. Easy, hard. Let's see. Craft 10 items. Fertilizer. Windmill decor. Barrel jumps. Okay. mean, I still have unclaimed. Oh. I need to do those ones now?
Yeah?
I'll have to look in a second. See if it upgraded to the next card. Lighters. Ba 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 da ba. Let's see. That these boxes. Red one I don't get because the red one's on my property. To a town. The town one. There we go. Incentive to explore more of a game is nice,
Yeah.
right? And reward me for said exploration. Oh, choose card. Okay. Choose this card. Yeah. Alright. Who else has got what? Yeah, I don't have your supplies yet, sir. I know you want to open your stall. Who are you?
Hello, hello.
Oh, you like my vegetables. That's nice to hear. You! It's gonna be a while before you get your stall. Sir.
Welcome. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, my inventory's full. Okay. Boom!
Nice.
Open up some of these recipes.
Yes.
Almost time for sales. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Come on, I gotta check him for new seeds. He's got special seeds only on the
Nice.
weekend.
Yes.
Welcome,
Alright, let's do that
welcome.
first. Yo, Miguel, what you got? Okay. Want 3 more melons. Handful of pet food. Thanks, Miguel.
He's got-
Only the finest here.
You're eating the food to learn the recipes? Yep. You learn the recipes by eating the food. So if you accidentally sell something you haven't learned yet, then oops. Okay, he just
Yeah.
has basic level stuff. All right, Lloyd.
Thanks for
Nice talking to you. All right, stinky
Hey-ya.
boy. And Arata is stinky because he don't shower. It's come up multiple times that this boy do not shower,
You
which
got
is
that right.
nasty.
Welcome.
You nasty boy. Okay. Oh.
Open for business.
Damn it! The only thing I don't like is how it's really hard to line up
How lovely.
for their sales.
Ooh, lovely.
Here you go, kid. Have some good carrots.
Way cool!
Yes. Cool.
Come on.
Let's recalibrate. Ooh, lovely. Gotta keep buzzing.
Great.
Come on, y'all. I got way too many veggies here. He wants perfume. Come on. Come on, buy the stuff.
Way cool!
Very good.
Ooh, lovely.
Way cool!
Oh,
Great.
Whew. A lot of vegetables I'm going to be turning into seeds and stuff.
oh.
How lovely.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wonderful.
Now, I do not. The people who stand there too long and walk away, they cut into my sales. Oh. Oh, and that's a lot of leftover. Okay. And it's a lot of perishable leftovers. Okay. Oh. Ah.
Yes.
Ba-ba-ba. Oh, I can put the food in the doggy's bowl. vinegar.
Hip.
Alright, vinegar that. Whoa. Need to try to get the perishables in the box. Not that one. Need to eat that one. Ooh. Alright, let's...
Nice.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Nice.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Nice. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna be thinking straight.
Hip.
Let's get everything watered. Boom, boom, boom.
Hip. Ha.
And save the game. I can sleepies.
Hip. Cha.
And I will be back on Wednesday. The schedule says Tales of Symphonia remaster, but it's probably going to be
Cha.
Jurassic, the new Jurassic Builder Sim. Nope, wrong lineup. There we go.
Cha.
And we'll see how much I fudged up on that. When I played the second one, I made it so that everything went through the T-Rex's enclosure, and
Hi, cutie.
it may have been biting doors off of cars, which was hilarious to me. Farming definitely looked not tedious with those moves, right? Like, the hardest part to learn is how much stamina that move takes up, because I have passed out during the day doing that. But otherwise, they've made the farming pretty simple. Even like spreading the seeds, you jump up and you spread multiple seeds. And when you go and buy things from the mayor, you can buy upgrades to your moves. So you can buy a double jump, farther glides, throwing out more seeds, harvesting more plants. It works the same with... This is why the quality of life is good. Let me find a group of something. So right here, you have all of these things that require the sickle. You can cut all of them. Oh, and the axe and the hammer are the same tool.
Hip. There.
So, it's one tool, 2 items that it does. Oh, that sounds pretty unique from farming games I've been playing, at least. Right? Because this one is encouraging you to build up sales. So you need to be able to harvest, you need to be able to craft, you need to get things going like snap, snap, snap. You have Sunday to Friday to get your stall ready. And then on every Saturday you are selling, which is great. It's constantly moving. They've even made it so that the events you do are not just a copy, paste, repeat. So, the animal show, there's 2 a year, I believe. And the first year you enter, you can only get a bronze statue. You pass that, the animal can now go to the silver round, and then to the gold round if they win the silver round. After the gold round, they become a labeled brand, which sells for a lot more at your stall. It encourages you to raise the fondness of all of your animals so that you can get name brands on all of your products you're selling. The Derby, also, there are different branches of the Derby, so it's not going to be the same race every year. Flower Festival will be the same, but you will have your own flowers. You're just gifting flowers to everybody. But yeah, look at all of these different trophies you can get. And they start you out with, you don't have to find everything that they like, but it starts you out with what do they dislike, what do they like, and it's an item and a color, because you can get gift wrapped their gifts in their favorite color on the weekend, which is great. So I do highly recommend this game for the fun of it and the excitement of it. It's not as boring as a lot of cozy games can get. Pretty nice though, keeping things fresh and having a lot for you to work out. Right? Like normally for me, when the story is done, I'm done with the game. But the goal in this game is to get the Bazaar to the max level. And to do that, it's going to take multiple in-game years to get to it. My current goal... let's see. Our current goal is I have to make $1 million. I have made $276,274. It's going to take me a while to make $1 million, so it'll probably be year 2 by the time I reach rank 6. I'm going to guess that it's a really big number past $1 million to get to the max level at level 7. So it's going to be a lot of work. And it means I'm going to be playing the game more than just focusing on a story of reviving the harvest fairy, blah, 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 blah. And then you also have trends. So you have, these are the stuff you want to aim for, and the trends are going to be different the following year. That sounds like so much. It is. It is a lot. There is so much. And now you've got the bingo cards that rewards you for completing craft 10 items from the fertilizer category, decorate with the windmill category, collect 10 animal products, do your barrel jump, which is the little bouncy red barrels, 50 times. Talk to people. Do the harvest jump 500 times. And it'll reward me with materials I can give as gifts. Use your glider in game for 10 in-minute games. in-game minutes. Yeah, I can talk. My lord. The other cool thing is you can pick up your mail and you don't have to open the mail right away. It can sit here. So if it's got something that is like food and perishable and you're not ready to open it, you don't have to open it. It can just sit there and wait for you. But yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. I am going to head to sleep before my brain starts slurring even more words. Hope this new stream time worked for everybody. It definitely worked for me. I will be back on Wednesday. Like I said, just keep an eye on what the game's going to be, because it's probably not going to be Tales of Symphonia Remaster.